Hey y'all, I'm back. Amen. This is my brother's page, and I always want to come and support him any way I can. He did request that I tell this dream that I had. Amen. I had to be about maybe 13, 14 at the time when I had this dream. But it's still powerful to today. And he did request it, so I'm going to go ahead and just give the dream. I had a dream that I was in this house with all these little kids. I had all these children with me. And I was telling all of them to turn off the light. I was running through the house, turning off all the lights and gathering all the kids to one place. And all of a sudden I started hearing these sounds outside. I mean, it sounded terrible. It sounded like all type. If you can think, I never lived through a hurricane or a real tornado. You know, in New York, we experience things, but we haven't lived through real ones, you know. And so I can imagine that's what it sounded like. Amen. And it was just so loud. It just sounded like a freight train. It was horrible. It was a horrible sound. And you could hear like the buildings being thrown and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, okay, I got to hide the children. So I began to start hiding the children, trying to put all the kids away. And you know, children, you know, sometimes they're a little slowful. Amen. And they wasn't moving fast enough. So I started moving them, and I finally got all the lights out. And then when I went to go hide, all of a sudden, this giant appeared. I could see his legs coming over to the window, and I knew it was too late for me to hide. And he bent down and he looked in the window, and I just stood there. I said, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to run and try to hide. I said, I just stood there. And he looked down and he looked me straight in my face, and he said, surely my sugar fifth is in the house. And when he said that, he got back up and he walked away. And I ran over to the window and I looked out. For as far as my eyes could see, everything looked like pebbles that was on the ground. And this was neighborhoods. We were in the neighborhood. And there was nothing left. I mean, there was no foundations, nothing. It was just like sand everywhere. And I was like, and I went and I'm looking around, amen. And in the dream, it seemed like I had that vision where you could see all around. So I was able to see how our house was untouched. That giant left our house untouched and went on and kept going, destroying everything else. And I stood there for a second because I was in shock and said, well, how is it that we didn't go? How is it that this house didn't go under? And then I noticed the kids started poking out, and I started letting them come out because I knew we were safe, and nothing that giant could do was against us. It couldn't cause us no harm. So I started letting the kids come out, and I woke up. So I just wanted to share that dream because it was requested by my brother. And I pray that you guys would support him, continue to pray for him. And I'm telling you, I can't wait to see the goodness of the Lord that's going to come upon his life and see how God is going to do great things for him. So y'all pray with me as I pray for him, that God going to bless him and open up mighty doors for him, because he's a mighty man of God. And I believe that with all my heart. So thank you for listening. Bye-bye.